Sup peeps, my name's Ian, I sell books on eBay, and today I've got a right good little mix going out. A dozen or so, maybe 15 orders actually in total, 15, 16, something like that. Anyway, not a bad day yesterday, but a couple of things that I'm quite glad have started moving, not because they've been sitting about for ages, but it's some of the multi-listing stuff I've got that I'm keen to see a couple of sales, because once you get a couple, it tends to get a bit of momentum on that listing and more of them go out the door. So fingers crossed that continues over the next couple of days and into the weekend. But for now, let's have a wee look at what has gone out so far and give you an idea of what kind of money is involved. So first up we have 5 Susan Lewis paperbacks. Susan sells now and again. When she does, she usually sells quite well. £12.99 for the 5 of those. I'm not going to go into every cost today because there are so many of them, but that sticks with my kind of typical model of getting back about £1 a book. Next we have Mythos by Mr. Stephen Fry, part of a 3-book set he's got. Is it Troy, Mythos and Heroes, I think, are the 3 of them. Oh, she's got a gifted sticker on the back that I missed. Not anymore. £4.40 for that one. So nothing spectacular. A few of these low value sales in today, but mixed in with some other stuff, which is always good. Next we have, going to Greg, The Last Chance Hotel. So it looks a bit young adult. Magic, murder, mayhem, but really nice, really clean, you know, as good as new condition, to be honest. Can't remember if I listed it as such, but very good condition. £4.25 for that one. It's creating a little bit of space down there. Next, another £4.25 book. Now a lot of these are listed at £4.25 intentionally because they are slightly cheaper postage, because they're wee skinnies, so they will go Royal Mail large letter, which is good. But this one is Life on Tour with Bowie. It was at Sean May's, that one's by, okay, let's see, £4.25. Next one is one that I am very glad to see moving. Sold one of these yesterday. I've got 20 odd of them. Sold another one, I sold one 2 days ago, sold one yesterday because this is yesterday. It's the Tyson Fury double pack. I picked up 20 plus of these when I got them, so really glad to see that they're beginning to move. I've had them listed for about a week and that's 2 of them gone, and let's say that usually gets a bit of momentum. £7.99 for the twin pack, obviously sold as new because that is what they are. Next, another one that I'm glad to see moving because I picked it up in bulk. I had about 11 of them, maybe 9 of them, 10 of them, 9 of them. I think I had 9, and it's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. So I picked up a wee stack of them, £9.99 each, and 2 of them are going to the same person, so always nice. New pile down there, so that's a good sale. I'm happy with that one, and let's say there's 6 of them left because I've got another one to go as well. So if I get a bit of momentum and they all go out over the weekend, that would be absolutely banging. I would be limbs, as my boy says when he gets back from the football. Right, next we have Tupac Shakur, The Rose That Grew From Concrete. So a wee book of like poetry and lyrics and stuff. Yeah, it's a really nice wee book. Again, really good condition. £4.25. Which takes us swiftly on to another bundle of 5. This time we've got Mr. David Baldacci. So thriller's always popular, eh? £12.99 for this lot. They went promoted listings. They might be over the 2 kilos, so not a big return on them. They sell. I'll keep picking up David Baldacci. Even if I sell 5 and only make 2 or 3 quid, I know how often they'll sell, so I'm more than happy to do that. Another £4.25 book. what's that say? That's left, All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. Grabbed this a few weeks ago because I liked the cover, and that's it, finally gone for a massive £4.25. Again on promoted listings, so none of these are big money. Same as this, Diddley Squat, paperback this time. Mr. Jeremy Clarkson, really enjoying that on the TV. I know a lot of people have different feelings about Mr. Clarkson, but as a character on the telly, especially with the farm stuff, yeah, really enjoying it. But £4.25 for his little paperback. Which, if you watch the show, you know he's not allowed to sell himself in his own shop, so I'll do it for him, although it's second hand, so it doesn't really help him in any way whatsoever. Kafka, The Trial. Again, these are all skinnies, so £4.25 is actually worth, again, the Clarkson book is skinny. The £4.25 is worth a wee bit more than usual because, like I say, it will go large later, so I'll make a little bit more money off of those. Next, a big heavy one again. 5 Ian Rankin hardcovers, so a pre-made bundle. I made up a whole load of these a while back because I didn't have room in the shelves, and if I make them up as bundles I can go and store them elsewhere and free up a bit of space and make use of space that I wasn't currently using. So $16.99. They're not selling particularly well, I'll be honest, but they didn't sell particularly well just as part of the variation listing, so I'm just going to leave them sitting for another couple of weeks, and then as their next cycle runs down, I'm going to take them off of that and decide what else to do with them. But for now, $16.99 for 5 Ian Rankin hardcover books, which I'm going to sit there on top of my toe. Right. Another book, or type of book that really doesn't do very well, James Patterson hardcovers. So I've got them as bundles, I've got them as singles, I've got them here, there and everywhere, and they don't sell often at all, to be honest. But this one has for £4.25. Bada bing. Next, another copy of that one, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, by, it's Charlie Mackesy, isn't it? So, I mean, it's a really pretty book, beautifully illustrated. And like I say, I got all of these, they're brand new, $9.99 for that one as well. And then, now this is a beautiful book, I have to say. I don't really pick up religious texts an awful lot, but sometimes you just see a book that just looks so gorgeous, it's stunning, that you're going to pick it up. And this is actually the Quran in Spanish, so, and it's a really nice print, you know, it's got the original and then it's got the Spanish translation next to it, and it's laid out real nice. The paper's a wee bit heavier than you normally get, so yeah, just a beautiful book. £25 for that one. Which takes me to the last order of the day so far. I know I've kind of rushed through these a wee bit. This is a bundle of 10 Bill Bryson paperbacks. It's another author, it tends to sell in fits and starts. So if I get a couple of sales, I'll get a few sales, and then it just goes quiet for a while, and then I'll get another wee surge of sales. So this may be the start of a couple of sales coming through, but $22.99 for the 10 of those, which is the one that I am actually going to look at the money on it, because it's a bit different from all the others, which takes us to get to the bottom of the screen where it shows me these things. Right, so £22.99 in. Didn't go promoted listings, so it was just £3.21 transaction fees, which leaves me with £19.78 off the back of that. That's going to be £6 to post, which takes me down to £13.78. 10 books cost me £2.50, so that takes me down to what, £11. So £11 back for 10 books. It keeps it around that pound of profit. So although it's like, oh, I'm making £10 profit on that sale, it's still the same kind of return per book. It's slightly better than some of the others, but everything keeps going at that same rate. The advantage for me is it's a bit quicker and easier to pack. You know, basically, they go into 2 bags, get bundled together in the bags and go out. So it's like doing 2 packages instead of 10, which is nice, but it's not a hugely extravagant difference, shall we say. Anyway, that is all for now. I've got a busy day today, so I'm going to get these all packed up, try and get them dropped off. Might be doing a bit of a pick up today, and I've got another wee job on, so I'll be back later on to see if my voice has come back, because it's just vanished. And he's back. So it's the end of the day. Not much in the way of sales going out through the day. There's been a handful, but they're for tomorrow morning. I'm not picking and packing them now. There was one more that came in that I had to get out, a Lucinda Riley book. Went for about a £5, so nothing spectacular, but I'll tell you about it anyway. I've been out and about. I've did a wee pick up, nothing huge. A few dozen kind of bread and butter books to add to my variation listings, and a couple of individuals to run with on there. I went into one wee shop, and I go into it usually looking for stuff for myself, to be honest, because they're one of the more expensive shops. By expensive, it's like £1 for a paperback, a couple of quid for a hardcover, so I don't buy much in there for reselling. I do see the odd thing that's worth paying a couple of pounds for, because I know I'll get 10-15 quid, but as a rule I don't bother. But today they had a few books that I thought I would take a wee gamble on. I can never get reception, never get phone reception, so it's really difficult to check them. But I saw this Philippa Gregory book, so 2023 it came out, so it's a new book. They always put their stickers all over these things, and they're not easy peels. I haven't tried to take this one off yet. Let's just see if it'll come away nice and clean. It will come off clean, but you know, those annoying stickers. So I've got back, I've looked this one up, paid £2 for it, keep that in mind, and it seems to sell. There's still a lot of new copies of it going for kind of £15 to £20, and pre-owned it looks like it might be good for about a tenner. So although that's quite a good sale price for books usually, giving up that sticker just now, I'll come back to it later, when you've paid £2 for it, it's really nothing fantastic. So you know, a couple of quid for the book, it's going to be £3 to post it, so there's a £5 straight away. If it sells for a tenner, it's probably going to be £2 or £3 in listing fees, so you know, I'll make a couple of quid back on that one, which is not to be sniffed at. But if I'd picked it up for 25p, then I'd be making £3 to £4 on it instead of a couple of quid. So that's the difference between buying something cheap and buying something more expensive. So not complaining about that, quite happy with that. It's a nice book, hopefully it'll go fairly quickly. A non-fiction book from Philippa Gregory, whereas usually all her books are that historical fiction. And it's even got a wee kind of odd cut on the grip edge there. Anyway, that was one of the ones that I found. Also, they had a whole load of Folio Society books. I say a whole load, about 12 of them. So I thought, right, there was a couple that I recognised and I know do okay, but the rest of them I really didn't have a clue. So I thought, right, £2 each, you know, that'd be £24 for 12 books. Normally that would pick me up like 100 books. So I was swithered. I thought, oh, what the hell, I'll just grab them and see what happens. There might be, you know, another couple in there that are good for 15-20 quid, in which case that's alright. I'm going to make 60, 70, 80 pounds off of the bundle, so kind of £20 profit over the whole lot. Unfortunately, really nothing that great in amongst them, and once again they've stuck all their blooming annoying stickers on, and because these are paper sleeves, it's going to tear the sleeves when I take them off. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful getting rid of these stickers. Really annoying, but I'll show you what we've got anyway, because there's some nice pretty books anyway. We've got The Wreck of the Wager, Byron and Bulkley, from 1983. It's a first print 1983 book. I say nothing stunning. I mean, this has never been read, it's never been opened, it's still got the original advertising slip on the inside. So if it wasn't for those flaming stickers, it would be in really, really, really good condition. But most of these sell for kind of £7 to £10. So paying a couple of quid for them, it really wasn't worth it. Similar to the Philippa Gregory, I might make £1 or £2 on each one if and when they sell, because they're going to be slow sellers as well. But I thought I'd take a chance. So there was that one there. And then we had Commando. Again, really nice books. They are always lovely books, these. This is an older one as well. Right, 1982. Yeah, so a first Folio Society print from 1982. A Boer Journal of the Boer Wall by Dennis Reitz. So yeah, a pretty little book, but again, kind of £7 to £10. Nothing crazy. And with these stickers on them, God, it's horrible. I don't know if you can see how much that is lifting off the surface of the book, and then they put one in the spine as well, just to really, really make it worth the while. If I'd thought about that when I saw them, I just wouldn't have picked them up at all, because there's too much risk of damage from those. But yes, so that was another one. And then we got Saki short stories, more stickers. This one will come out nice and clean. Again, these have been bought, never read. They've sat in somebody's shelf. This is a fifth impression. So 1976, Folio Society got it, but this is from 1983. Somebody's got these in a lot somewhere back in the 83. They all seem to be 83. But again, £7 to £10. Really nothing crazy. I'll maybe have a wee look at how I can try and lot these up and get them moving. Stickers. What else did we get? We got Memoirs of a Fox Hunting Man, Siegfried Sassoon. So Siegfried Sassoon, he was one of the war poets, I believe. I thought this might have been worth a wee bit more, but again, it's not even a folio first edition. £7 to £10 for Siegfried Sassoon. Yeah, nothing huge, but I mean, Folio Society books, if you could pick all of them up for like less than £1 each, then they could be worth it, as long as you're willing to wait for them to sell. I mean, I picked up a load of Folio Society last year, at the end of last year, and some of them really good books, and they've still not sold. They're still sitting there. But yeah, that's what we do. We've got Barchester Towers. I've got two of these actually. I didn't realise there was two of the same book. Where is it? Anthony Trollope, yes, that's who it is. Tony T. Where is it? Yeah, 1982, 1983. Same again, two of them. Again, £7 to £10. Some of them are a tenner, some of them are like £6-7 quid. I can't remember which is which at the moment, but that's what they are. Next, now this is one that is worth a wee bit more, and I was fairly confident it was. There's a newer version of this. It's Conan Doyle, The Lost World. There is a newer version that's going for like 60-70 quid. This one sells for 20 to 25. Again, it's never been opened, never been read. Nothing's ever been done with this, ever. So if it wasn't for the stickers, I've peeled the stickers off of that. I don't know if you can see that wee rectangle where it came off. But yeah, 20 to 25 on that one, which is a little bit better. Then we have Disraeli, Sybil, about a tenner. Again, I took the stickers off of that one, and it appears to come off quite clean. So, but that's a glossier finish, which does help. So another tenner on that one. Woodhouse, I thought PG Woodhouse, some PG Woodhouse books go quite well, but this one again, it's just a tenner. And it was a 1983. Yeah, so it's their Folio Society limited edition, first print of that, 1983, but again, just about a tenner on that one. So nothing crazy. Then we've got three, this is the last of them to be honest, 3 Dickens. So I know some of the Charles Dickens books will go for like 20 quid, some of them go for 10 to 15. In this case, Dombey and Son, which is one I wasn't expecting, sells for 20 to 25, and Great Expectations and David Copperfield go for anywhere from kind of like 10 to 15 pounds. The set is a 3. It might be worth trying to sell the set as a 3. Might go a wee bit better. Don't know, have a wee research about that, but you know, nothing great. So gonna a couple worth 20 quid, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I might get a tenner for, but it's going to take a long time to get that money. So maybe £140 back. It's cost me £24 to buy that lot, so really not a great return, especially the amount of time it's going to take. Whilst I was out, I also found some paperbacks that I thought looked interesting, and right enough, ones for you to keep your eyes open for. Woman Who Run With Wolves, Clarissa Pinkola Estes. Everyone who can read should read this book, says Maya Angelou. A tenner. So that was a 25p pickup, and selling that for a tenner, that's good. 2 quid to a tenner, it's alright. 25p to a tenner is much, much nicer. That's the kind of return I like. Also, we found V.E. Schwab, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I did have another V.E. Schwab book that I picked up, not long ago, and it was like quite good, because that sells for about a tenner. And then I turned it over, and forget bookworms, that was a sandworm. It's got into that one of Mr. Herbert's. So yeah, turns out it was pretty knackered. So I've not listed it, it's just been sitting there, and I keep meaning to take it round to the wee Tesco place and hand it in with them. But it's a shame, because it's the same book, but it's the hardcover obviously. They do sell quite well. But this is just the paperback, and it sells for kind of £7 to £10, there or thereabouts. So I get a 25p pickup, that's quite nice. And the last one that's a wee bit interesting is Overcoming Low Self-Esteem, 2nd edition by Melanie Fennell. There you go. Self-help books, if they're in good condition, they do tend to hold their value if it's the right book. Turns out this is the right book. Again, £8, £9, £10 this can sell for. And all 3 of these paperbacks, you know, all 3 of those, they seem to have quite a good sell-through rate, so hopefully they'll move quite quickly and get me money back. So a much more expensive day than usual for pickups. I really wish I just hadn't bothered with the Folio Society stuff, to be honest, because they take longer to list. They're not barcoded or anything, so you've got to actually put in the effort to get them listed. They're trickier to photograph. You know, paperback, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. If there's anything in the inside, take a picture, list it, all the details are there. With the Folio Society books, there's more to it obviously, plus the hassle with the stickers, which really is an absolute hassle. So yeah, I wish I hadn't bothered. I could have saved myself 20 quid just taking the 2 that I kind of knew were going to be reasonable value, left the rest. Actually I would have had to buy the Dickens. I knew one of the Dickens might be good, so I'd have ended up buying 4. I'd have spent 8 quid instead of £24 and not had all these other ones to faff about with. But I'll work out what to do with them. They're beautiful books, so I'm not begrudging it that way. It is just what it is. So yes, that was the pickup. Not a huge amount. I only had like half an hour to jump into a few different places, and they're all wee places as it were. So a few to add to my variation listings, which I have been kind of neglecting the last week or so. I've not been buying an awful lot, just the space side, but I thought no, I need to top up those listings, so I did a wee bit of that today. And yeah, we are where we are. Channel update, anybody interested? Trying to get to that 1500 subscribers, which I know is a tiny drop compared to many other people who are putting out content, but to me that's like phenomenal. Hitting 1500 would be boom. We're like kind of 1480 something. It's kind of, it goes up by a few and then it drops by a few, it goes up by a few and then it drops by a few, so it's kind of 3 steps forward and 2 back all the way, which ain't got a problem with that. But really looking forward to getting to the 1500. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will at some point. Another like dozen or so, and we'll be there. And membership to the channel has doubled as well, so that's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to make sure I get this right. Our newest member is, yes, it is James. I just wanted to make sure it was James and not John. I was certain it was James because James has bought books from me before. James Milligan, so it's got a James and a Jeffrey, both members, so really appreciate the support on that, and I'll get some bookmarks out to you soon, because the May ones especially, I'm running low. I've actually been remembering to stick them in the orders as I send them out. Because it's not been part of the system and the routine, when I'm packing I kind of go into autopilot, because it's just what I do, you know, wrap, bag, pile, label. So I'm having to make sure that I've put, you know, a bundle of these in the right place to put them in the packages as I go along, and that they're in the right place where it just becomes an automatic thing. So getting better at it, but still I've missed a few. I'm annoyed. There's no point in having them, is to put them out. So yeah, that's where we're at. So thanks again everybody for your support. If you haven't subscribed, yeah, why not, go on, give it a subscribe, hit the like, drop us a comment, let us know what you think, and we'll take it from there. So anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.